and welcome to Math Made Easy by PlanetSpark. Hey everybody, I am Nidhi and I'm back with a new concept. Last time हमने discuss किया था from the chapter surface area and volumes, the surface areas of cone and cylinder. Remember everybody? If you have missed on that video, quickly go to the description and check the link there. Okay, now we'll be discussing the volumes of cone and cylinder. So let's get started. Now, the volume of right circular cylinder, everybody, that is given by the formula V is equal to pi r square h. V is the volume, r is the radius of the cylinder and h is the height of the cylinder. So, let's have a cylinder here and let me tell you how do we find it there. Okay, so this is the circular face here and for this the radius is r. दोनों faces की radius same होगी and this is the height h, right? So volume we can say as the capacity also, that is in this shape total capacity क्या है, what all we can hold inside there, right? That is what volume is. So for right circular cylinder, that is given by pi r square h. Okay, now a right circular cone has a circular base. Yes everybody, cone के लिए we have discussed the surface areas already. Now let's see the volume as well. We know there is a circular base. Let's say for that the radius is r and here the height is h. Slant height we denote by L, right? Now height, radius and slant height, these three are related by Pythagoras theorem, right everybody? And volume of cone, that is 1/3 of the volume of a cylinder. So if that is the volume for a cylinder, cone के लिए क्या formula होगा? Yes everybody, 1/3 pi r square h, and that's it. You are done with the concept of volume. Is that so? No. There are a few things that you should be careful about everybody, right? Formula हमने याद कर लिए, बहुत आसान question है तो practice नहीं किए, but मैम answer नहीं match हो रहा, right? So what all you have to take care for that? Units first of all. Units same होनी चाहिए for the height, for radius and for whatever is being asked there. If not, do the conversion. So remember the conversions properly everybody, right? Especially from meter cube, centimeter cube to liters. That is a very common type of question that's been asked in the exams there. Okay, once we'll practice, I'll tell you how we can do it, right? Then you have to be careful about what they are asking, right? Accordingly write your answers there. Okay then everybody, let's move ahead with that. Now, volume of solid is measured in cubic units. Units से हम clear है, area है तो square units, volume है तो cubic units, right? So cylinder and cone they use radius and height to calculate the volume. तो ये दो चीजें हमें पता होनी चाहिए. Put that into the formula and we have our volume there. Capacity, that refers to how much a container can hold. So capacity, volume, they are basically the same thing, right? So that we express mainly in liters and is directly linked to the volume through unit conversions, right everybody? Always ensure all measurements are in the same unit. Very, very important before applying the formula there, right? So let's get started with the questions everybody. Here we have the first one. Find the volume of a cone with radius 8 centimeter and height 14 centimeter. Okay जी, क्या है हमारे पास? एक cone. We are given with the radius and the height, right? So what is the volume there? 1/3 pi r square h, right? Put everything into the formula. 1/3. अब pi की value put करने में क्या use करेंगे? Common sense. If multiple of 7 हमें कहीं दिख रहा है तो हम 22/7 use करेंगे. If not, some decimal values are there, then we can use 3.14 there, right? If it's not explicitly mentioned in the question, be very careful for that also. Last में bracket में यहाँ लिख देते हैं use 3.14 as pi. If it's given, use that. Otherwise, be mindful for the value that you are using. क्योंकि हमें अपना काम आसान करना है, calculation आसान करनी है, ना कि मुश्किल. Okay, so let's say we are using 22/7 here. Into the radius that is 8 centimeter, into the height that is 14 centimeter, right? क्या करेंगे? Calculation and we are sorted, right? Multiply these, divide by 3 and you'll have your answer which is 938.28 centimeter cube. 2 decimal places तक correct find out कर लो, that is more than enough, right? Up to 2 decimal places. Okay then everybody. Next one. A cone has a radius of 9 centimeter and height 12 centimeter. Find its volume. Again, same thing. Volume is 1 by 3 pi r square h. Put everything in the formula. 1 by 3 into 7 ka multiple we can't see there, right? So let's use 3.14. That is also fine. Into radius square. So that is 9 square into height, which is 12. Put everything into the formula. Okay, done with that. Now you can cancel out with the common factors there. So 3 and 9 you can cancel out. So we can write it 9 into 9. Let's say, just a second. Right. Chalo ji, decimal hai. So we can put the decimal, right? Whenever you have zeros in the denominator, don't cancel them. Use them at last for putting the decimal there. And you are sorted. So what will be the answer? Pause the video, find it out and then verify it. It will be 1017.87 centimeter cubes there. Okay, next one everybody. A conical pile of sand has a base radius of 10.5 meter and height 6 meter. So क्या है हमारे पास? Conical pile of sand, right? मिट्टी एक cone की shape में है हमारे पास. And for the base, the radius is given to be 10.5 and height is 6. Okay, how much sand it can store? Directly नहीं बोला है, but we know the amount of sand that's stored is given by what? The volume of this shape, that is a cone, right? So we have to find the volume again. That is 1 by 3 pi r square h. Plug in all the values. 1 by 3 into 22 by 7, or if it's not required, you can use 3.14 also, into radius, that is 10.5 whole square, into the height, that is 6, right? 3 into 2, that is 6. Just multiply, divide by 7 and you are done. So the answer will be what? 692.72 meter cube. See, questions बहुत आसान है. Direct application of formulas will be there. थोड़ा बहुत सोचना पड़ेगा that this is the shape, capacity is asking, या surface area है, कौन सा है, total है, और volume है, capacity है तो conversion है, right? So you just have to practice more and more questions in this chapter, everybody, because it is very scoring. Okay. Very less chances of losing marks there if you do calculations rightly. Next one. Find the volume of a cylinder with radius 7 centimeter and height 10 centimeter. Now what do we have? A cylinder. For cylinder, what is the volume, everybody? Given by pi r square h. That's it. Put all the values there. 22 by 7 into radius square. Radius is 7 into height, that is 10. This gets cancelled out. Right, so we have got our answer, that much centimeter cube. Okay, easy peasy. If you put the value of pi as 3.14, then this will be your answer. Okay, approximately same answer आएंगे हमारे पास depending on what value of pi you are using there. Next one. A cylindrical tank has radius of 70 centimeter and height 1.2 meter. How many liters of water it can hold? Let's see then. Right, volume हमें find out करनी है, तो क्या करेंगे? Yes, for a cylinder. So that is given by pi r square h. Values put कर देते हैं यहाँ. 22 by 7 into radius 70 whole square into 1.2. मैम आंसर नहीं मैच हो रहा. क्या गड़बड़ की यहाँ पे? You look at the units carefully. Centimeter and meter. So we have to do the conversion. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. 1 centimeter is equal to 1 by 100 meter. So 70 centimeter is equal to 70 by 100 meter. That is 0.7. That is the value that you have to put here. Okay. That's why answer सही नहीं आ रहे हैं. चलो, let's put the right thing here. So that will be 0.7 whole square, right? एक 7 cancel out हो जाएगा, 2 zeros in the denominator. Same, you can do the conversion, right? Now, will that give us the answer? Yes, value आएगी in what? In meter cube. But in the answer, what do we need? How many liters of water it can hold? Before writing the final answer, always go back to the question and see what is being asked. उसी के बाद last step पे ऐसे लिखना answer. Okay, so what do we have to do here? Conversion into liters, right? So for that, what do we do? 1 meter cube is equal to 1000 liter. So ये liters में चाहिए तो क्या करेंगे? Multiply कर देंगे by 1000 and our answer will be in liters, right? So here you'll get approximately 1.8 something, right? Multiplied by 1000 and you'll get the answer as 1847.26 liters. 1847 liters approximately. That will be the capacity. Okay, everybody? So that was all here in volumes. Let's quickly summarize what we learned here. Cylinder and cone, right? We know they are 3D shapes, and for cylinder the volume is given by pi r square h. Okay, and for cone it is 1/3 of that, so 1/3 pi r square h. Remember the conversion there, 1 unit is equal to 1000 centimeter cube. 1 meter cube is equal to 1000 liters. Okay, volume of a cone, and always ensure that the units are the same before calculating the volumes. And in real life, yes, where do we see examples? Rather than directly cone, there might be a tent given there, a funnel given there, or sand heaps given there, ice cream cones given there. Similarly, cylinder की जगह क्या given हो सकता है? Tanks or pipes or drums. So recognize what shape is there, use the exact formula, be careful of the units, and before writing the final answer, go back to the question once for sure. Okay, everybody, so that was all for today. Thank you very much. I will see you in the next video with the next concept. Till then, keep joining us, keep sharing it with your friends, and be back there.